Hello everyone, this is Group 8. Group members are Indira, Mike, and myself, Nefi. For this week, we're going to talk about DevOps. The sections are the following. The key elements of DevOps, DevOps essentials, the principle of flow, the principle of feedback, the principle of continued learning and experimentation, the economical value in the DevOps model, adopting the DevOps model, and the conclusion. Let's begin with the key elements of DevOps, which consists of three principles, which are flow, feedback, and continued learning and experimentation. I will be sharing more information on these principles in the upcoming slides, but we also have essentials, economics, and the model. Let's continue with DevOps essentials. Its purpose is to give principles and practices that help start the DevOps initiative. We have the foundation, decades of sound management theory, study of high-performing tech organizations, personal work, research. The main goal is to accelerate adoption of DevOps, increase success of initiatives, and make it easier to adopt DevOps. The principle of flow. In the technology value stream, work typically flows from development to operations. During this process, flow is increased by making work visible, reducing batch sizes and intervals of work. One of the main goals is to decrease the amount of time required for changes to deploy into production and to increase the reliability and quality of those services. During the manufacturing process, work is typically dictated by a production schedule that is generated regularly. This will establish which jobs can be run based on customers' orders, due dates, parts available, and so forth. A key component for creating smooth and fast flow is by performing work in small batch sizes. Before, it was a common practice to manufacture in large batch sizes. Moving on to the principle of feedback. During this process, the goal is to create an even safer and more resilient system of work. A work system can be safer by creating faster, frequent, high-quality information flow through a value stream and the organization, which will include feedback and feed-forward loops. In manufacturing, the absence of effective feedback normally contributes to major quality and safety problems. In contrast, in high-performing manufacturing operations, there is fast, frequent, and high-quality information flow throughout the entire value stream. Feedback loops enable quick detection and recovery problems, and they also inform on how to prevent problems from occurring again in the future. This will also increase the quality and safety of the system of work. In order to enable fast feedback in the technology value stream, there must be the equivalent of an end-on-core and related swarming response. Now let's talk about the principle of continued learning and experimentation. During the process of institutionalized and improvement of daily work, teams are often not willing to improve the process they operate within, and as a result, they continue to suffer from the current problems, but also their suffering grows over time. Enable organizational learning is a safe culture that states the work within a complex system is possible to predict all the outcomes for the actions taken. When accidents affect customers, we seek to understand why it happened, transform local discoveries into global environments. When teams or individuals have experiences that create expertise. The goal is to convert the knowledge into explicit, codified knowledge and share it with everyone else. Inject resilient patterns into daily work during this process in order to reduce the risk of a work center being idle. Managers may choose to stockpile more inventory at each work center. True leaders in reinforce a learning culture. The leader's role is to create the conditions so their team can discover greatness in their daily work. Creating greatness requires both leaders and workers. There are also important procedures that provide continual learning, like the following: institutionalizing game days to rehearse failures, everyone being a teacher and a student, internal coaching, spreading practices, and blameless postmortem after incidents are essential to learn and improve. Moving on to the economical value in the DevOps model. Here we learn that in today's world, all the business are in the IT business in the DevOps return well implemented are big in many ways. For example, there are throughout metrics, code and change deployments 30 times more frequent, code and change deployment lead time that are 200 times faster, reliability metrics, production deployments 60 times higher change success rate, meantime restore, which are 168 times faster, organizational performance metrics, productivity, market share, and profitable goals, 2 times more likely to exceed, market capitalization growth, which is 50% higher or over 3 years, and better conditions for worker. Adopting the DevOps model. During this process, the DevOps model provides business with significant benefits, which are unbound collaboration, fast and regular deployments, high stability, flexible approach, continuous deployment and feedback, more efficient workflow, continued learning and steady growth. Finally, we have reached the conclusion. We have learned that the DevOps model is applicable and relevant to any in all organizations that must increase load of planned work through the technology organization, while it maintains quality, reliability, and security for all the customers. And remember that no matter who we are in the organization, it is important to look for someone that is willing to collaborate and start implementing the DevOps model. This has been our final presentation, and we hope that you have learned every week. Thank you so much for watching.